you hate the thought of working past 55 or 60? Do you hate not being able to live the life you deserve today? Do you hate not knowing what your financial future looks like? It's time to stop doing what you hate. Here's your host, Mr. Harold Green.
Hello, everybody. This is Harold Green, and it is time to stop doing what you hate. Man, I hope you are having a fantastic day today. I'm feeling pretty good, actually, myself. And I'm doing something a little bit different today because that is going to be the title of today's show, which is Choose to Be Different. So here's what I did. I'm in the car right now, and I drove up to this place where I normally go to find inspiration. I also love the houses up here. You know, they're very expensive houses, and they sit overlooking Hawaii. And the spot I'm in right now, you can actually see maybe 2 or 3 different islands or whatever from the spot I'm in, because it's just such a beautiful and clear and gorgeous day. I mean, it is phenomenal. It has not been this nice and toasty here in Hawaii in a long time. It's about 60 something degrees, and for a lot of people that is considered cold. And so I do have on a little light, I don't know what it's called, but a long sleeve little thing so that I'm not freezing. But man, I'm excited to be bringing you today's show titled Choose to Be Different. And this is important because I think there's a lot of reasons why you need to choose to be different. And, you know, the whole thing with stop doing what you hate, every time I do a show, it's nuggets to help you figure out how to stop doing what you hate. It's basically like I'm dropping breadcrumbs, you know, on the pathway to success. Like, you know, if you follow these breadcrumbs, eventually you'll get to where you want to be and you'll be able to stop doing the things that you hate. So one of the ways you can stop doing the things that you hate is you're going to have to choose to be different. And I think in today's society, it's very hard to be different. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that. So if you are ready, 1, 2, 3, let's get it. Let's talk about being different. My wife and I had a fantastic conversation last night about being different. And I think her and I are birds of the same feather because we're both different. You know, we're both weird. She was telling me last night that when she was growing up, everybody was like, "You're not the average female. Why are you so different? Why don't you be more like us? Why don't you do the same things we do? Why don't you like the same things we like?" And my wife was like, "I just got so tired of that. And because I am who I am, and I choose to be different because I like different things." And she was really weird. And when I met her, she was weird. And that's what I loved about her. She was different. She wasn't the average Japanese lady that, you know, a lot of people see Japanese as being subservient, doing whatever you ask them to do. And she was none of that. She did not blend into the way the people thought in Japan. As a matter of fact, she hated it so much that she wanted to actually leave Japan because she hated the male-dominated Japanese society. And she always railed against that. And, you know, sometimes we have our little disagreements. And, you know, the first thing she says is, "Oh, so you think just because you're a man, you're better? Or you think just because you're a man, you're always right?" I say, "Honey, no, it's not about that." You know, because she was dealing with that in Japan a lot in the Japanese society, male dominated for a very long time. It was really hard for her to get ahead and do the things that she wanted to do. So she decided to go to college, get her education in teaching, and she wanted to be a travel agent, teacher, traveling the world, teaching business people English, not English, but teaching them Japanese. And so she set out on her path to do that. And, you know, we met along the way. And that's one of the things I like about my wife is the fact that she is different. She's not afraid to, you know, mix it up and not afraid to say, "You know what, we're not going to go along with this just because you guys think this is a good idea and everybody's doing it." She didn't necessarily think so. So a lot of times, you know, with friends and different people and different things and different ideologies. And so we just never really went along with that. So a lot of times we were ostracized. We were put down for the differences in our choices that we made. Even when it came to raising our own kids, we did things very differently than everybody else. And it's hard because sometimes when you choose to be different and you stick with it and you know what you're doing is right, it's very, very hard. And so we were talking about last night how, you know, we were talking about food stamps and the WIC program and things like that. And when I was in the military a long time ago, we were poor. And it's sad that in the military, you don't make enough to feed your family, so you have to apply for WIC or food stamps. And that's a shocking statistic when you go and you look at how many military people are actually getting food stamps or getting WIC and things like that. And so my wife made the statement that our oldest son went from being a WIC kid to graduating MIT. She's like, look at this amazing WIC kid. He went from being on WIC to graduating MIT. And I said, honey, that's just a testament to all the things that we chose to be different about. Yes, we struggled tremendously because we had our values. We had what we believed. We had what we knew was the right thing to do versus following along with the crowd and doing things the way everybody else decided to do things. And so I want to share a little bit about my life when I was growing up and how my nickname was Weird Harold. And my classmates said I was weird. I didn't do the things that my classmates did. I didn't have a girlfriend. They thought I was weird. Why don't you have a girlfriend, Weird Harold? Why do you take all of these high-level classes, Weird Harold? You're so weird. Why are you not like the rest of us black people? And that came from a handful of people, and that was okay. And so I didn't like it. It made me upset. And there was really nothing I could do about it other than just stick to the things that, my mom said. And she said, I'm not raising you to be like your cousins, or I'm not raising you to be like this person. I'm not raising you to be like that person. I'm raising you to be different than everybody else. And that was hard because I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be like others. I didn't want to be called weird. I hated that. But I had to put my faith in the process. I had to put my trust in the process that being different was okay. Being different was special. Being different was important. And going along with the crowd, that's no pathway to success because most of the crowd is not successful. And we were talking about how kids these days and, how when we were younger, we talked about the in crowd or the in thing to do or the words we're supposed to use or the ideologies we're supposed to have and how we need to fit in and how we try not to be offensive or to offend anybody and watch the words of your mouth and all of this other bullcrap that people are perpetuating today does nothing to help you become successful. You're going to have to choose to be different. And so when I created my rapid retire planning process, it was different. It's not the same thing everybody else was doing. And people looked at it and said, this is a scam. Oh man, it's a scam. You're just ripping people off. And yeah, that's not true. And who wants to retire early? And why are why are you doing this? And just, well, whatever. Because in my heart, I knew that this was something different. This is something that people were going to need. And a lot of times I believe that God gives you ideas and sometimes they're years in the making. Sometimes, they're for later. Sometimes they're for now. But I believe God gives you ideas, things that are different, things that he has for you in order to make an impact on the world. But it's going to be different. And a lot of times the key to obtaining your wildest dreams is going out there and doing something that not everybody else is doing. It's different. It's different. Being different is a choice. Being successful is a choice. And so my kids, we thought about this a lot. Dad, why can't, this? And Dad, everybody else. And I said, I can't say what I said. I said, but screw it. Screw everybody else. We're not raising you to be like everybody else. But my friends can stay up until late and do stuff. I said, yeah, that's fine. Let them do that. But we're not raising you to be your friends. We're not your friends' parents. We have a different vision for you. We have a different process for you. We have a different structure for you because we want a different outcome for you than what your friends are going to achieve or what is going to happen in their life. We don't want that for you. So we are going to do something different. And that's what I love about my own life is that I'm not afraid to be different. I'm not afraid to choose different things and not go along with everybody else. I'm not afraid to challenge the status quo. And I was talking to my trainer in the gym the other day and we were working out and I was like, man, how come I'm stuck? I haven't lost more weight. And I said, I'm just so frustrated. And he said, what are you frustrated about? And I began to share with him some of my frustrations. And one of my biggest frustrations is a lot of people these days are so smart, but they don't challenge the things that they're being told by leadership or whatever. They don't challenge anything they're being told. They just go along with it because it aligns with their ideology or how they voted or whatever it might be. And they're just going to go along with it. And I said, that frustrates the hell out of me to see smart people not challenging the status quo and doing something different. And I said, you know what? I got to be at peace with that, because everybody's going to have to make their own decisions. Everybody's going to have to choose their path. And if people want to choose to be the same as everybody else and to fit in with everybody else, that's fine. I just have to go along with my decision of choosing to do something different and to be different, and just know that that's how it is going to be. And so that's why I'm excited today to be sharing with you the show about being different. And I want you to think about some of the things that you know in your life that you're going to have to change, and some of the things that you're going to have to do differently, because to do the same things over and over expecting different results is the definition of insanity, right? And I'm not making fun of the mental situation, but it is at an all-time high in our country. I have a friend who's a psychiatrist, and he's booked. He's so busy. It's unreal how busy he is. It is sad how busy he is. And yes, there's a big push for people to talk about mental health. It is important, but a lot of times people don't fit into certain molds, and they're trying to, and it's causing a lot of mental anxiety, because it's okay to be different. It's okay to have different ideas. It's okay. And you're going to have courage to do something different. And that's going to be the title of my next show. You know, in order to be successful, you need courage. But there's a lot of wimpy, whining, crybaby crap going on in the world today. And a lot of people simply just don't have courage anymore. I talked about ambition in my last show, and I'm talking about being different today. And the next time we talk is going to be about having courage. And man, I'm excited for this year. I'm excited for 2022, because we're going to do something new. We're going to do something big. We're going to do something bold. And I'm excited about that. And I want to be here to cheer you on and then to encourage you. And if you want different results in your financial plan, you're going to have to do something different. And if you're not working with me, we got to talk about that. You got to get on my calendar. Check me out. Let's sit down and do a rapid retire assessment. And no, rapid retire is not necessarily about you walking away from your job 7 to 10 years sooner, but it's about becoming financially free of a job, becoming financially free of having to get up every day and go in and put up with bull crap that you don't want to deal with. Some people love their job. That's fine. That's great. But let's flip the script and say it a different way. Again, yes, you may love your job, but your job is not guaranteed. It's not going to be there forever. Something can happen and that can be taken away from you at any minute. And so you need to be financially stable, financially secure as soon as you possibly can. And so if you're in that camp, I want to help you get to that level as well. But man, it's going to take you doing something different than you're doing right now. And I'm excited to be here to be able to help you with that. So thanks for tuning in today. I want you to think about the things that you need to do differently in order to get different results. And boy, again, I'm excited to be here and sharing this and just kind of looking forward to helping you get to a whole nother level, sitting here overlooking the ocean and the different islands. And it's just something that I don't do when I'm recording shows. Normally I'm in the studio or in the office or something like that, recording shows. But man, I'm out here checking out this view, looking at the sun. It's just something different. It's just something special about it. And so until next time, everybody, choose to be different, and let's get it.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.